Hey everyone, Melissa Wick here. Here is a full body, well-rounded yoga practice where the intention is to align our breath, our mind, and our body. We'll be opening up the chest, the heart, the hamstrings, the hips, and all around just establishing a connection with the rhythm of our breath, the connection to our body, bringing more presence here so we can find more clarity and stability and calm in the mind. So get into something comfortable and let's get started. Let's get started on our backs today. If you have two blocks, they're always great to have them at the top of your mat. You may or may not need them. And we'll start with the knees bent about hip width distance apart, and let your hands face downward toward the ground. You can start to close the eyes here. Feeling your spine start to lengthen as you lay on the mat. And just move right into the awareness of your breath. So regulating your inhales and your exhales. Good. Setting the intention now that you're aligning your breath, your body, and your mind throughout your practice. Just taking a few conscious deep breaths. As you inhale, you'll feel your body and your belly rise and your collarbones softly rise. And as you exhale, you'll feel a soft contraction of your navel toward the back of your spine. Establishing your breath practice here. And then from here, we'll press the feet down into the earth and we'll start to lift the hips up so you're engaging the glutes. As you do that, you can lift the arms up as well. Backs of the hands will touch the ground behind you. And then you'll start to lower the hips, lower the arms, nice and smooth. And then let's integrate the breath with the movement. So as we breathe in, you're going to lift the hips, lift the arms. And then as you exhale, lower the body back down. Try to make this as smooth as possible. We'll do a few more. Inhale, lift, feeling the spine. The breath travels up into the chest. And as you exhale, we lower and ground. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And this time we'll stay up here for our exhale and just lower the hands down. You can keep the hands down onto the ground. If you have the openness in the space, you can interlace the hands behind you, walk the arms in, and root the arms down into the mat as you feel the lift in your hips and the collarbones softly rise. Continue with your breath. Steady the breath. Smooth out any involuntary movements. Weight is even on both sides of the legs. And when your next exhale arrives, you're going to release your arms and slowly lower yourself down. Take your knees in toward you and extend the legs up toward the sky. We'll warm up the core a little bit. Option 1, you can take your arms behind your body to support your low back. Option 2, arms down by the side. If you have a strong core, you can bring your arms up overhead. Now, if your lower back starts to lift off the ground, you've gone too far. You want to keep the belly drawing in. So you decide how far down you lower the legs. Over time, you'll get stronger the more you practice core work. So on the exhale, you're going to start to lower your right leg. And if you have your arms lifted, your right arm lowers as well. Inhale, we'll lift back up. Exhale, left leg and left arm. Inhale, we lift back up. So try to make this as smooth as possible, alternating from one side to the other. Find your rhythm. And try not to use momentum. So see if you can feel as you move through this core sequence, feeling your power and feeling your muscles starting to work and wake up. How smooth can you make your movements and your breath? Continue to integrate the breath, the body, and the mind alignment. And I'll slowly count you down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So finishing off the last side so you're well-rounded. And once you're done your last side, you're going to bend your knees in toward you. Give yourself a little rest and take your arms out into a T so your wrists and your shoulders and your hands are in one line. Palms could face up, or for more stability, palms face down. Bring your knees into tabletop, again drawing the belly in. Dynamic twist. We'll start to draw the legs completely together and over toward the left. They don't need to touch the ground. And then inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Last round. To center. Exhale, right. Back to center. Release the heels. Take your hands behind the backs of the knees and give yourself a couple rocks up and down your mat. Next time you're forward, you can cross the legs, take your hands forward, and then you may need to slide yourself back down onto your mat. Fingers spread wide, wrists under the shoulders, knees hip width distance. And we'll tuck the toes here, inviting in that gentle stretch. On the inhale, we'll start to release the belly, let your chest open, so gentle arc in the spine. On the exhale, we'll start to curl and lift the knees and shift back to downward facing. So that's our sequence. Inhale, knees come down nice and gently. Continue the inhale into your cow. Exhale, downward facing. So full breath to the movement. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last time, inhale forward. So we're warming up the spine. Exhale, downward facing. Pause here in down dog and reestablish the breath. Your sit bones are reaching up and back, so long, long, long spine. Wrap the upper arms around and in and broaden the upper back. Release any excess tension in the head. On your inhale, you're going to come forward to high plank. So your heels, your hips, your shoulders, your head are in one line. Good, so a gentle puffing of the upper back. Your pubic bone is tucking in toward your chin. Energy reaching through your heels. Establish your breath. Now as you exhale here, always have the option to lower your knees. Hug your elbows in. They're going to bend back toward the back of your mat. And your chest stays lifted as you lower down. Point your toes. 3 cobras, elbows in. Tops of the feet press down. Inhale, lift. So roll through the spine. Don't need to go super high. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes underneath. On your inhale, lift the belly, push through tabletop or high plank. Exhale, shift back, downward facing. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Lift the heels and slowly lower the knees down. Good. Now try not to dump in your shoulders. Gently push the floor away, draw the belly in. Extend your right leg behind you, foot flexed, hips level. On your inhale, just lengthen the spine, stay here. On your exhale, you're going to hug the elbows in like we did before, and chaturanga, even just a few inches, bend the elbows. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, round, knee towards your nose, round, round, round. Inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, chaturanga, sternum reaching forward. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, we'll step the right foot through, this time between the hands. Low lunge. Thumbs back, pinkies forward. When your exhale arrives, you're going to bend the elbows, energize the heart. Your right hip draws back as you find the lift in the chest. And then extend the arms as you breathe in. Exhale, half split. Now just for a moment here, 2 more times like this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows, energize the heart. Inhale, extend. Exhale, half split. Last one, inhale, smooth right up. Exhale, open. Inhale, extend. Exhale, half split. We'll hold here. Great option to use blocks if you have. Softening the shoulders, long spine, breathe into your right hamstring, spread your right toes. And then we'll rebend the right knee. Take your blocks aside. Left hand stays down. Tuck your left toes under. Power up your back leg. Right arm opens up, twist. Left shoulder draws down. Gentle squeeze of the shoulders as you open the chest. Right arm releases on the inside of the right leg. Slight lift of the hips, skandasana to the left. So your left heel draws in, toes are out. Walk to the back of your mat, left knee bends, right leg extends. So your left knee is tracking in line with your left toes. Right knee faces toward the sky. So give yourself a couple bounces just to make sure that you're not just dumping your weight here. You want to keep the legs active. You can stay bouncing or you can start to find stillness. Breathing into your groin, hamstrings, hips. On your next exhale, you're going to walk yourself back to the front, all 10 toes forward. Engage your inner thighs. When you feel ready, your arms or fingertips will reach behind you. Shoulders working, reach to the fingers. Ground down through your right heel. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, your left knee bends down. Let it kiss the ground. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, rise. And exhale, we'll take the hands down, step back, downward facing. And I will lift the heels, gently lower the knees down. Draw the belly in, and then extend the left leg behind you, foot flexed, hips squared. On your inhale, we're going to stay right here. On your exhale, hug the elbows in, bend them, chaturanga, just a few inches. Push through all 10 knuckles. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, knee in toward your nose, round. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, extend the elbows. Exhale, we're going to step the left foot through between the hands here, reaching the arms up. Low lunge, tailbone lengthening down. On your exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest. Left hip is pulling back. It'll allow you to find more openness in the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, half split. 2 more times, ride the wave of your breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open. Inhale, extend. Exhale, half split. Last time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, open. Inhale, extend. Exhale, half split. This time we'll hold. Spread your left toes. Breathe into your left hamstring. Show it some love. And then bend your left knee, shift forward. You're going to take your hands down. Right toes tuck under, extend your back leg. Right hand stays down, left arm opens, twist. So try not to take the hips with you. Left hip is drawing down, right hip pulls up more. Right shoulder draws down. Release your left hand on the inside of the left foot. Lift your hips a little higher, Skandasana to the right. So right heel draws in, toes fan out. Walk yourself to the back, right knee bends. Right knee in line with the right toes, left knee toward the sky. So your hips are open. Give yourself a couple bounces, pulses. Make sure your muscles are on and you're not just hanging out. You can continue pulsing or you can stay still here. Good, and then bend your left knee, walk yourself, frame your left foot back to the mat, front of the mat, all 10 toes forward. Ground down through your left heel, magnetize the inner thighs, reach your arms behind you, so your arms and your hips and your head are on one line. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, right knee kisses the ground, so you're grounding down through the left heel. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down, step back, downward facing, take a breath. Exhale out. Take a flow here. Inhale, high plank. If you're ready for Chaturanga to up dog, bend the elbows halfway, create your shelf, keep your belly lifted. Point your toes, engaging the glutes, and then open the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing. Make sure you're not feeling any pain in your low back as you move through your flow. Let's bend the knees, look between the hands, and then walk or step to the top of your mat and fold. From here, we're going to slightly bend the knees and roll yourself up, feeling your spine, with your head being the last to come up. And when you come up, you're going to give your shoulders a roll up, down and back. Tadasana, standing nice and proud, palms face forward, tailbone lengthening down. Inhale, both arms are going to reach up. As you exhale, right hand down, left arm arches over toward the right. Chest open, maybe you peek under your left arm. Bow the left side of your body. Inhale, both arms back to center. Exhale, left arm down, arch over to the left. Maybe peek under your right shoulder, bow the right side. Back to center, both arms reach up. As you exhale, lower the hands down, make sure your feet are hip-width distance apart. Inhale, chair pose, sit back in your imaginary chair. Biceps stay by the ears. Thumbs back, maybe even imagine reaching them farther back so your upper back starts to engage. Glutes are on, draw the belly in. You want to feel your outer ankles start to firm up so your outer thighs work. Now here's a powerful pose. Can you steady your breath and really enjoy it? Learning to build resilience and find calm when poses become challenging or uncomfortable. Maybe sit your seat a little lower. Good. On your exhale, you're going to slowly lower yourself down, extending your legs. Enjoy this fold here. Belly breath. Let your head be heavy here. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to your shins or your thighs. Long spine, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, chaturanga. Halfway down, or you can come to your belly too. Inhale, upward facing, or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Taking a couple breaths here. Steady your gaze. Now on your inhale, your right leg will sweep up. Bend your right knee, open your hips here just for a moment, squeeze the glutes. Then as you exhale, shift forward to pigeon. Right knee to right wrist, right ankle towards the left. Slide your left leg back. Hips are squared. Use props if you need to slide something under your right bum. Or if pigeon is not your jam, it's too much pressure on your knees, you can always take your seat down, bend the left knee, and bring your legs to 90-90. Or however is most comfortable, flexing your right foot, and then take a fold this way. It's a little softer on the knees. If you're good with pigeon, make sure there's no pain. You can find your fold here, maybe using a block for your forehead. You have about 10 breaths here. Breathing through any density or tension. And then we'll start to make our way back upright onto our hands. We'll tuck the left toes under and then bring yourself back to downward facing. You can give yourself a couple petals here. Left leg's going to rise. Then bend your left knee, opening up the hips. And when you're ready, exhale to pigeon. Left knee to left wrist, left ankle towards the right. You can slide the right leg back. Level off your hips, or take deer pose, the other variation. Okay. About 10 breaths here. Finding softness and ease. We'll start to find a lift once more. Left bum comes down, swinging both legs forward. You need to scoot yourself back a bit. And we're going to roll down onto our backs. Knees bent, feet stay nice and flat onto the ground, arms forward. We'll slowly roll ourselves down. See if you can get the entire spine, even the low back, to touch the ground incrementally. All the way down. Now let's take shoulder stand. If that's not for you, you can just take your legs up to the sky and slide a block under your sacrum. We'll take a more classical hatha shoulder stand. So lift your hips up and take your hands to your low back. Instead of having your legs completely over your hips, let's try to bring it slightly on an angle here. We have about 10 breaths, nice and calm. Now if you're in shoulder stand, start to draw the legs toward the back of the mat. If you can release your hands, and then we're going to slowly roll out one vertebra at a time. Nice and controlled. Good. If you are just with your legs in the sky, you can stay there, or you can join us for fish pose for a counter stretch. So we'll bend the knees, lift the hips up. I like to hook my thumbs behind my body, palms face down, and then walk my arms and elbows in as close together. And then let my bum sit back on my arms. Extend the legs, engage the feet, and then start to bring majority of the weight onto my forearms, and then let the head come down. So I'm not dumping my weight on my head. 95% of my weight's on my arms, breathing into the chest, the throat. And with so much care, make your way out, releasing the arms. Let your hips settle down. Give yourself a moment to feel. Your arms can come out to the side. You can be still, or you can gently sway your legs from side to side. Now we'll take a twist as a closing shape for Savasana. So you can let your legs just drop to one side with your feet wide for a wide-legged twist. If you prefer to have both knees stacked, you can do that here. Or you can extend one leg and twist with one knee. So you choose your favorite twist. Good, and then we'll take the same variation of the twist on the other side. Come back to center, level out the hips, and then we'll prepare for the final resting shape, Savasana. So you can extend your legs out long, take up as much space as you'd like. Arms can come down a little lower. Support yourself with whatever props you like for Savasana. And as you lay here with the whole body here on the ground, we can start to let the integration settle in of the mind, the body, and the breath. So if you find that your mind is still chattering a bit, you can bring your attention to your belly and breathe in and out. So as you breathe in, you'll feel your belly lift. And as you breathe out, you'll feel your belly soften. So you can continue this belly breath until it eventually becomes involuntary. And this time is here for you to absorb your practice and your efforts. And we'll slowly start to deepen the breath. Reawaken the body here by moving the fingers, maybe the ankles, the toes. Bring your arms up overhead for a nice big stretch. And then take your knees in toward you. Give yourself a nice hug. Roll to one side. And then lift yourself up to a seat to close the practice. We'll bring our palms to touch right in front of our heart space. Gentle pressure of the palms, slight bow of the chin, acknowledging your efforts for doing the practice all the way through, taking this time for yourself to stretch, to open, to be present, to challenge yourself, to feel good, maybe not so good. There is no attachment here. Just simply observe, how does your body feel? How does your energy feel? Taking one last breath for yourself, tuning into gratitude. And I thank you so much for your trust and for your support. From my heart to yours. Namaste.